Hey there, it's Mike Clark here at the Brisbane Disability Connection Expo, and I'm super pumped to be joined by Lee, who is the founder of KARE Support Services. So Lee, tell me about KARE Support Services. How did it start?
So I founded KARE Support Services back in 2019 after being a support worker myself for a year. I actually got into the industry kind of by mistake. So I was a parent representative at a special school. I've got 4 boys with special needs and a wife with an acquired brain injury. And I basically had parents come up to me and say, hey, I need a bit of help. Can you give me a hand? I was doing a lot of networking with them with the NDIA prior to the launch of the NDIS.
Yeah, wow.
And then someone literally just asked, could you, help with my kids for a day? I said, yes, absolutely. Next minute I know I was working, ridiculous hours supporting. And then my clients that I was working with basically said, why don't you actually build a company and share your knowledge? To the point that we've now grown to, we have over 50 staff. We now service Gold Coast all the way up to the north side of Brisbane. We run some fantastic programs and we have quite a training program. So we share our ASD knowledge and we love linking with other providers to kind of expand that knowledge. So KARE's kind of just gone from strength to strength, and it's been built on assisting people with their disability. It's never been about the money, it's about actually just helping people.
I got that from the first time I met you, and the time we got to connect and spend a bit of time. We could just tell there was a passion oozing from
I remember that day well. This is definitely one of our favourite expos. It is, it's not just about finding clients, it's about connections, which obviously you've changed the name to that Disability Connections Expo.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons we love being part of it, I'm on the Ask an NDIS Expert team. And the friendships we've made there have been absolutely, we get excited when we saw the same sort of people there. It was like, hey, run up, giant hugs and, interact with each other. And that was before the expo started. And obviously, tonight's gala will be a big event.
Yeah.
We're very proud to have the fact that, we've got a couple of staff nominated.
Yeah,
one of them Support Worker of the Year. So we're very...
I can't tell you.
I've got inklings.
Yeah.
Reading the nomination that was put for that particular staff member, you could just feel the passion coming from the client. It's probably one of our favourite, letters, and they sent us a copy of their nomination. And it was, you could see the passion and what they've done. And this is a client that is actually very special to KARE. So we have a charitable arm as well called the KARE Support Fund. We've got a gala on the 25th of March. So we're looking for people to buy tickets or, donate items for, and it supports people who don't have funding to access our services.
Yep.
And so we work with obviously the support fund and only charge them the hourly rate for the cost of wages.
Yep.
So no profit from it. But it allows people who don't have funding to get supports. And this is one of our clients that started off on that track. No support, so we did everything privately and through the support fund. They've now obviously got their NDIS package and we've got them quite a good package.
Yeah.
And the change in this person's life, they're no longer living in the hospital, they're living at home. The husband has gone from being, a full-time carer in the hospital, having to leave work to actually return to work. Families now have to come visit and, she's going to haircuts, she's going out for lunches and dinners. She's actually living her life. She just did her trip down to Melbourne to visit family and attend a wedding,
Wow.
which, a year ago would have been off the books, not even a possibility.
That's so inspiring. It really is, and that's why I love hearing stories of that. And what I love, I think, most about getting to know people like yourself and a lot of our sponsors and exhibitors is that it feels like we're attracting people who really care, who really give a damn, and I think that's so important. So tell me a bit about what really drives and motivates you and your team.
It's passion. When we hire people, we tell them it's not a job. This isn't an industry you get into for about the money, because you won't survive. It is long work and it's not always pretty. And, for every successful story, there's also, a sad story where things haven't worked and the clients got worse. So you've got to have a genuine passion to actually make people's lives better. Or, it's the same theory as behind palliative care. It's about making what time they do have actually enjoyable and giving them the most while they can. And that's what drives us. We've all got a passion for actually helping people. I'd say about 70% of my staff either have a family member or a loved one or a friend with a disability, and that's where that passion comes from is, we've lived it. It's definitely my passion. I live disability. I grew up with autism. I've got four of my boys have autism. My wife an acquired brain injury, so it's 24/7 disability. And it's that passion to, I've seen firsthand what the right supports can do in someone's life. So it's making sure they have those right supports. And sometimes we aren't the right support. Sometimes, we don't have the staff that are best suited for that client. So that's where, expos like this are great, because we can build those connections and kind of, go to them, hey, these people specialize in this area. Why don't you give them a call, and we can do that referral, and it works beautifully, especially when you do build those strong connections. And you're right, these expos each year, the people who, especially at the Ask the NDIS desk, we're finding that each year the people who are joining that desk are more and more into that whole, networking and developing that friendship, compared to, other expos where it's just about, sell. This one is more about building those connections for both participants and providers.
Beautiful. Listen, Lee, thank you so much for your support. I'm absolutely stoked to have you involved and to have you as a sponsor, particularly with us, so we can get to share your story more and understand more about what you do. So if you're looking for an organisation that lives the title of what they do, really cares, you can tell the passion from Lee, and I've met a number of his team members as well. They live it. This is what they do. So if you're looking for a great organisation that can really support you, make sure you come down to the expo, chat to them, or Google them, check them out, and make sure you get along to the gala event on the 25th of March.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks Lee.